Hello everybody, my name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Float Fishing character. Today, I've actually been fishing for almost an hour. I did a little bit of time over at Sura, got absolutely nothing in the first half of the day. Then I came over here and was fishing with some caddisfly and had some luck. And then the four-legged thing told me he needed to go outside and take care of business and run around for a little bit. So I went and took him out and cast out for bream while we were doing that. So you saw that small bream. But unfortunately, it's starting to rain here. So I think I'm going to stay here despite the rain and see what we can get. A decent bream. I guess I should turn on my flashlight. So we are over here at 71-100 on the Big Flat Rock. Kind of a well-known spot here at Volkov. So we are over on the island, fishing down into the 6-meter pit there. And I'm going to try some fish meat pieces on the bolo rod and just let it float for a bit. So I've got this at a 2-meter depth. I've got the two bottom rods at a 16-meter clip for now, and we'll see what we can get in the rain. I think I've got a size 6 hook on this rod right now. But so far over here, I've gotten a chub, roach, a couple of decent naces, another roach, small Ventus, and then the breams that you saw. You can tell I took about a 10-minute break there. So we'll see if we can get anything good here. Not promising anything, especially with it raining, but worth a try. The dog has been very wound up today. Barked at everything that moved on our evening walk and was just barking his head off before I started recording to tell me he needed to go out, and ended up having the zoomies. It is a bit of a warm day. It was a 90-degree day. I did just turn my fan on. I want to make sure it wasn't being picked up too much on the microphone, at least when I'm not talking. Warm day, a little bit humid, so after being outside for the past 10 minutes, it's probably still almost 90 degrees out there. It's showing 85 out there right now, and it's 8 o'clock at night. So, did get 2 good WALKs in today, and I cleaned up the tree limb that fell down and hauled that off, so I am a little bit on the physically exhausted side. I'm a bit surprised the dog wanted to go run like he did, but he's a young boy, so I'm not entirely surprised. About 2.5 years old at this point. A little over 2.5. Spent the whole morning out helping me pack the tree up into the back of the truck, and then went for a ride to the brush pile to drop it off. I honestly don't expect to get anything on the bowler rod here with fish meat. Now, when we switch back over to caddisfly during the day, I think we'll have a good chance. Looks like this is just going to be a passing shower, so I'm going to go ahead and stay here today. It is 8 o'clock tonight for me now. I started at about 7:15, so it's been a bit of a long day fishing for me. At Sarah, I set up at a spot that is supposedly giving trophies left and right. I saw nothing get caught in chat from 8 a.m. till noon. I got one very, very, very small fish. So I think I got maybe 2 cents. It's 0.02 silver, so nothing worth it there. I then came over to Volkov and set up on the dock right there like we've done in the past. Bleak fishing. Got 1 bleak and a bunch of tiny roaches. So that didn't go well. I actually got the bleak on casters too. I got for 4 hours, 4 in-game hours. I fished with flies and got nothing. Put a caster on and got a 60-gram bleak, I think it was. So not even anything super special. At this rate, yeah, there's a bite maybe. About to say at this rate, I'm just gonna pause and do caddisfly fishing. Come on, breamy bream. Just nibbling. Still nibbling. Still nibbling. Nope. Finally actually on. Rod is not too far, game. What do we have here? Probably a little over 1 kilo bream. So I do have bream ground bait. I've got cottage cheese dough and 1.343 kilo bream. Who's got the nibbles right now, and it's got a bite now. And nothing special. I can still see the bolo float. You all may not be able to. It's kind of right at the top of the rod. Pretty good ways out. We'll have to reel that in here in a second. Looked like about a 1 kilo bream, almost right on the dot. Not bad. I think I am going to go ahead and just put caddisfly back on this so I can see when that gets active. I only fished here for about 5 minutes, not even that probably, before I did take the dog out. How long was I here? 23 to, yeah, right at 5 minutes, basically. And pretty much had a lot of interest the whole time, so I think I'm going to set up for that again and see what we can get. This spot has been on VK for bream for a few days now, so I'm not entirely surprised it's slowing down, especially with the rain. Here's a pretty decent one. I am still watching the bolo rod. This isn't a trophy. This might be 1.5 to 2 kilos. And my mouse just ran out of power. Wondering why it suddenly stopped reeling in. It's because it had no power. Luckily, I'm on a laptop, so I can use the trackpad for a second to get this fish in before plugging in mouse. Just shy of 2, 1.899. Not a bad bream. Again, a bream trophy, for those who may not know, is 4.4 kilos. So Not a horrible fish, not an amazing fish there. I did just plug my mouse in. I'm waiting for it to get enough of a charge to function. There we go. Nope, not yet. There we go. Well, don't think this one's super impressive. This one may not even be a marker. It's not. 690 gram bream. Come on, fish. Kind of sitting here so that I can see the bolo float and what's going on with 2. Waiting for this moment when there's actually a fish on 2 and I never actually locked the reel on 2. That's why the line looked a little weird. Surprise 473 gram nace. Not a bad little fish. Not what I expected. And I missed a fish on the bolo rod. I saw the float go under. Or I saw the float was under and I didn't see it go under. And by the time I was able to pick it up and try and pull it, it had already let go. Not entirely surprised. So if I cast, especially on a bowler rod, if I cast out, especially when I have a clip on it, I will always open and close the reel to kind of remove that clip and let it go out past. You can kind of use a clip on a bowler rod at a lake or at a river, something that has current, as a bit of a bottom rod so that the clip will keep it from floating past. If I put a 16-meter clip on there, it'll stop at 16 meters. So you can kind of use it in that regard, but not really what I want to do. I want to let it float. Looking at 3 to make sure it wasn't jingle jangling. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Another small bream, 746, just short of a marker. Still watching the bolo rod. This one's probably around 1.25 to 1.5. Or 2.25. Nice fish. Did not expect it to be quite that big. That's what she said. Yeah, there's not a fish on. I lost track of the float and thought it was under. think it's just getting out of my sight range when I'm not holding the rod and have the float cam. It disappeared again. Wow. I just saw it's Saturday evening. It's about 8 o'clock. I did check before I got started. I am no longer on the weekly global leaderboards for that big old black carp we caught at the start of the week. I am still #1 US weekly telestick black carp, though. And as I expected. But where I was going with that is I was watching chat and someone just caught a 9.4, I think it was, kilo lake trout. Yeah, 9.418, which is a weekly record. That's not even a trophy. And it's Saturday evening, so kind of proves that Corey and things like that have been a little bit slow recently. Here Volkov has not been showing up for the usual spin fish in the interflu over there between the islands. Another small bream. Still been a lot of Norwegian sea fishing that's been showing up. I don't even think that 827 gram nace that just popped up is a weekly record, but nace are a bit of a rare fish. Got a sneeze coming. Maybe. I hate that feeling when you feel like you need to sneeze, but it just doesn't want to come out. My right nostril's all stopped up all of a sudden. Not uncommon. Probably about a 1 kilo or 806 gram. Almost just said 806 kilo. $806 bream would be a huge bream. I missed it. I even saw the float go down that time. That's unfortunate. Just wanted to take a look at my setup there real quick. Oh, my back's bothering me from hauling the tree off. Tried to sit up a little bit and tweaked it a little bit. That's one of the smallest bream I think I've ever caught. You didn't see it. That was an 83 gram bream. All right, let's switch over to caddisfly 25-meter clip. And I did not hit shift, I hit caps lock. So that did not go all the way out. We'll see if it gets anything. Looks like I got something on 2 here. And surprisingly, it's still raining. hoping it was just going to rain through the night and not during the day. 360 gram bream. Put a size 8 hook on here. I also probably forgot to take out the ground bait over on rod 3 there. Also forgot to change this one to a 25 meter clip. Let's do that real quick. I did forget to take ground bait out. Couple of decent chubs there. $574 gram roach. Cast that back out. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. It's been a slow night, slow day in general. Try and keep my health up as much as I can here in the rain. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fishy fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. No, I just heard the nibbles there. Right now, I'm starting to not have fun, and if I'm not having fun, I'm sure y'all aren't. Do one more cast of the bowler rod here, see if we get anything. And then make a decision what I'm going to do. If we get something, I'll probably hang around. If I get nothing between now and then, I may just call it an early night. So again, bowler rod fishing the way I do it, I'll cast it out. And since I have a clip on and I don't want it to kind of act like a true clip, I want it to float on past there. I open and close the bail, and that takes the clip off. Just checking that email to see if it was anything I needed to care about. It was not. Well, float went under, but missed it. I thought I pulled it out immediately. Giggity. Come on, fish. This phone, I moved around a lot today. We're 2.42 miles today. Also got on a scale for the first time in a few weeks and dropped below a certain value that I haven't been below in probably 6 years. So, not really, I'm not focusing on losing weight. It's just with the dog and me walking him as much as I have been, I'm down almost 50 pounds, 45, little around 45 pounds over the past year and a half. And evidently, someone named Elizabeth has given my phone number to a whole bunch of political organizations because I just got 7 text messages today that are all blocked as spam because they are talking to Elizabeth. There is no one on my account named Elizabeth at all. So that's kind of funny. All right, I've lost interest. And if I've lost interest, you all have. Or basically, if I've lost interest, I know I'm not being interesting to you all. So, we're going to wrap it up. 20 fish. Not a good day. I probably spent more money between buying 300 caddis flies and traveling to Sura and coming here. I've spent way more silver than I made today. It was 85 silver for the caddis flies. Granted, I still have 292 of them, but it was also, what, 20 silver to come here and 20 silver to go to Sura. 15 to come here. Sura is 16, so 30. We spent 115 silver today. And so far, I've made 8 of it back before I got recording. And I'm not going to make 8 silver a fish on what I have right now. I'm going to be lucky if I make 50 silver. I'm not even going to look at the cafe. You do not know, I have a lot of people aren't aware of it. There is a tackle store. It does not have everything that the tackle store over on the main land does, but there's a tackle store, there's a grocery store, and a fish market over here. So we made 57 silver. I'm actually impressed. I was expecting it to be about 30. That 473 gram nace helped save us. So it's what it is there. At least we did better than I hoped. So hope y'all had some fun today. We'll see y'all tomorrow over on the spin character. Bye bye for now.